Today we are playing on MESARK, a Steam 4-man server with the highest player counts ever seen. Over 800 players are ready to become alphas this wipe, and we are one of them. We need to tame the new dino when it comes out, and we sure do fight over it. But before that, we must claim a strong alpha spot, the lava cave on island. If you enjoy, make sure to subscribe, and the link to join the server is in the description. Let's do our extinction node runs as we usually do. Let's start farming some stone so we can get the cooking pots for more levels as well. I got around level 90 and I was ready to go to Gen 2 and start crafting forges. I even then found a novice which would give me a lot of hide. In the distance though, I found the guy taming a Maywing and I wanted to disrupt him and maybe get some items from him. Today's sponsor, Mech Arena, a shooter that all of us can enjoy on our spare time by playing up to 3 matches in less than 10 minutes. The maps have been beautifully designed for a short intense gameplay leading to tons of fights. So far, I have 2 mechs, but I mainly use the Paragon because I prefer his firepower over the Lancer's movement. I rely on my insanely accurate fingers to hit all of my shots and give no time to the enemies to shoot back at such a big target like me. And now with the World Cup finally here, what better time to introduce the Neymar Jr. pilot than now? He has a huge damage boost for your missile and assault weapons. He's also the only pilot with a special perk that allows your mech to sprint more often and for longer distances. He is the strongest pilot in the game right now and you can get him for free. Just play Mech Arena on 7 different days between now and December 18. Every day Mech Arena's popularity is increasing. It's free to play on Android and iOS. Use my personal link in the description to get a free starter pack worth $30 with a skin, 1 amateur crate, and 5,000 credits. You can also add me as a friend here and we can play some matches together. See ya on the arena. After hitting him with the bow, I ran out of patience and took out the spear. He had some electronics and oil. I then put a full hide set to protect myself. I trapped the Maywing that was next to me, but a guy came in to try to steal it.
Did you get finessed already, Darren?
I screamed and begged for mercy and the guy gave me my stuff back. Seeing as his Maywing was now stuck on my billboards, I demanded him to drop me more stuff. When he refused, I just left him there. Eventually I would find another Maywing, a 145, and I would trap it again. We now need our 35 ingots, so let's place down our forges and smelt. It tamed! I then flew over to the other corner of the map to find Danae and invite him to the tribe. I looted a green drop on my way there though, and I got like 4 giant metal trapdoors, which was a lot of ingots early. Minutes later we tamed another Maywing for Ray, and now that we all had Maywings, it was ready to pick up the base and go to the starter. When I got there though, I was not surprised to see that it was already taken, but what I was surprised to see is who I would find in it. The doors were open, so I went for a bola and a trank. I couldn't do it fast enough, so I got locked inside when I tried to go outside, but he would eventually fall aslead.
Are you planning on getting out there?
Danae asked me how I would get out, but I had a pretty good plan. I actually knew this guy, it's Flexed, and I played with him a few wipes ago. I'd first take out the beds, and then I negotiate. He can die and let me trapped, or he can live and let me go. When he was nearly about to wake up, I bolted him and told him to open the door or I shoot him. And just like that, with an entire base on me, I was once again a free man.
Hello, Emil.
Yo, wait, I know that guy. Is that fucking Boba?
Yeah, who's this? Blue?
While those guys were having their little reunion, I decided to dip. Now the reason I went there to build is because it's very close to a terminal, but that wouldn't bother me, I'd just build nearby. We have most of the important resources except oil, so I went to Island Iceberg to get a few. Back in Gen 2, the 2x2 stone base is already placed with a fabricator. With the monkey rifle tamed, I went to the Ab Poly and started farming, but it wasn't long before a guy in a Bloodstalker showed up. Since he just used his pick, I can actually go take the poly from the monkey and dip. The next thing I had to do was farm honey to then get BPs at the BP cave, and yeah, this is what I got myself into. I hope that somebody can relate at least. Eventually, after a very long fight, I somehow got away. For about 30 minutes, I started farming BPs at the BP cave, but I wasn't very lucky until I got 1 drop which gave me flak legs and helmet. We then ran into a slight issue. A Tuso was in the cave and he wanted to take our BPs.
I think I know who's getting the BPs now.
Are you doing it,
Say, he has a speed. Tuso. Ow, he hurt.
We were close to getting out, but Danae, who was grappled, got obliterated, but eventually I reached safety. When I got back to base, it was no longer a stone. It had an indie forge, it was a 3x3, it was full metal, and even had heavies. Great work from these bots. Ray needed my help in front of me because he got hit by one of those plants, but I didn't know that yet.
No.
Oh, that's how you see. I had stimberries, so I didn't go to bed, and I told them that I would help him later because there was a shadow main and a mantis on me. Good luck, Ray. But just about a minute later, I forgot about the torp and just went straight to sleep. I went to go for this yellow drop casually, and it ended up being like 3 people there for no reason. So it's me, the guy at the drop, and then another guy in the main just swings right by. 3 people at 1 drop.
Yo, I'll drop you the saddles, bro.
How is it?
They're yours. I don't want them.
Yeah, no shit, he didn't want them. Look at the saddles he gave me. Later, I went for a green drop, which gave me a nice riot shield. A very big upgrade from my wooden one. Now, I got a comp, and of course, we're getting ready to go to Golem. Look how hot this hard iron eye looks. We found one guy with short arms, and we all ganged up on him.
Where is he? I'm gonna rocket that kid. Oh.
Oh my.
And although I didn't kill the golem myself, that would be the tribe's first golem run. Back to base until cooldown. When the timer expired, we went back. It was the same thing. We dominated it again, and we killed everybody in there.
Stego BP 62 MC.
Oh my
Stego
god.
BP.
Then we killed the lava golem, but on our way outside, I would die for the first time this wipe. And check out how.
He's on fire right here.
Here. That was enough lava golem for now. We had to claim a spot. Danae had been scouting for one, and he found out the lava cave looked pretty weak, so we're gonna go in for that. Before I could go in for a grapple glitch though, they were resisting quite a bit, so we had to kill them outside. That grapple glitch didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to, so I came back for one more, but first, again, we had to fight him. I got bouldered, and when Danae was gonna grapple me out, he got bouldered too, but what happened next was very interesting.
Oh shit, turrets.
I paused for a bit to help a friend do some homework, and I actually saw Danae on the side of my screen doing this. But he just wait, oh my god, Danae
Bro, you are not real.
No way, bro. This kid run out of stam. Like finally.
Do it again just for the content.
Fuck that.
I don't remember what happened to the last monkey, but we needed Polly and the last one died, so I tamed a new one in very difficult circumstances. When he was just about 2 HP, I had to still level weight, and then I finally escaped. I thought taming this one would be easy, but then I had a Karki and Nameless on me. By the time I was ready to cryopod, I had an entire army behind me. Now at the poly zone, I just had to reset my eye and get that poly. Look at the aimbot. This time I was able to farm peacefully, and I got much more polymer.
Fuck it. Hurry up. My guy, hurry up. They last longer.
When I found the purple, there was just one Nameless. But after dropping a bunch of bags, I had an entire army munching me.
All that poly just for us to get wiped offline tomorrow.
Oh my god.
I don't want to know. No. Just after 1 hour, the withdrawals kicked in, so we went straight back to Golem, and we found this one guy.
You died. It's good.
We then killed the Golem, but we didn't get much out of it. I actually did buff the Golem later on, so now it drops 3 times as many items. On our way out though, we found 2 people trying to counter us.
Oh my god, there's 3. They're all got fabbies.
Out of nowhere from behind, I got bowled and then rocketed, but thankfully Rifle grappled me away.
Come on.
You get bowled? Rocket this. Get away.
Get away, I'd say.
We killed all 3, but then 2 more pulled up. I was gonna push this one guy to kill him, but they actually had a mantis bait, so we turned around real quick.
Where y'all at? Because I have 2 separate people on me.
Oh, no. Honestly, I have no clue how I survived that. That fight never really ended. They just ran away, and so did we with our BPs. When I got back to base, I was just chilling, spoiling meat, and then Danae conked me in the head.
No. It was a joke. Yeah, that in. We've had a fun wipe.
We've messed around enough, and now it's time to actually fob the lava cave and take them out. By the way, Danae forgot to bring a wall, so I had to put a door like right there, and we still miss a wall. After placing down the fob, I had to take out their stone spam. Also, the 2 fobs that they had outside their cave both had Jennies exposed, and they both got flame arrowed. We're about to do our rocket run, but first we need to get rid of the fence supports. Let's see if the turrets are only survivors.
He's online. Why do you think this is gonna work?
Oh, that worked pretty well.
We got this, alright?
Me and Darren are. Are we ready right now? You guys, yes, let's go.
I'm ready. When are you guys ready? Come on, bro. I'm
going.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! The left also has fence. Go, come in here. There we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm alive, I'm alive. Oh, there's one right here. Nice. All down, all down.
It was a pretty easy raid to be fair, and now we just had to get to looting and kill all their dinos.
I got you. Let's go. Bro, calm.
After taking the lava cave, Danae started building it. I had to log off for a bit, but when I came back, it was golem time.
On.
But, hair. Focus one with hair.
I'm pretty sure everybody in this fight literally hits 10 times more than me, so I'm just gonna try my best to survive.
5 again. No boots, no boots.
I just got 4 no rays, bro. Alright, pick one, Rachel.
It didn't take long though before one of their teams died, and now it was a 3v2. However, they ended up just running and throwing a Maywing out. I tried to chase them on blue, but they were nowhere to be found. We need to get ARB now that we're building up a cave, and I'm going to be farming flint and stone with the mantis. And on my way to the green drop, something very odd happened. I got stunned by a microraptor, but at the same time, a player found me. And then I got stunned again right in front of him. And this time he started shooting me.
Rabbit, and I'm Perlovion.
When I saw him, I netted him instantly and then started shooting his Maywing. But then with his little pistol, he killed my Maywing. I then bowled him, put a C4 on him, which he survived somehow. But he wouldn't survive the Fabby hitting his naked legs. After the spark, I need crystal, so I brought a Doa to extinction. But I saw this naked guy chilling on the terminal. I killed him, and then he came back to give me a talk.
Bro, hey, man, can I just transfer out without you killing me? I'm just trying to fucking transfer, man. You're not good at the game. You missed 2 shots while standing still.
I let the poor guy just transfer off because I did miss, embarrassingly, so we'll let him slide. But right as I was gonna transfer, some other guy in a Maywing popped up.
I'm giving a bunch on a reason with this guy.
No clue what that guy's plan was, but now we can transfer. Another resource I had to farm was pearls, so I went to the famous Crystal Isle spot to farm it.
There's lots of pearls.
Yo, it's over here, he said.
Kid found the pearl spot. Oh, what the? I don't think we have enough. It's the pearl farmer of ARK. Oh my.
Dude, what the? Bro, the whole ocean.
I then found the drop in the water, took all the pearls, farmed over 700k, and went back to base. Now, back at base for the first time, I can show you guys the base. Danae has built a full wall on the right side and the left side, and we got a crafting station in the back, so it's looking really nice. Right after that, I went to farming the stone with a Doa and an RG, and the slash farm mod allows me to go on forever. And back to base once again. We were about to start our own Alpha Brood Brother, but we actually found people doing a boss on the green drop, so now we're going to be placing a fob and countering them. You're supposed to be paying attention when the people come back from the boss fight, but instead I was shooting Meganoras.
I think I need to train some game sense.
And take.
I think we should honestly do a tip series in the end. We should do an actual tip series.
I'm here killing the Meganeros, buddy. All dead.
Well, the placement of our turrets seems to be really good because they all insta-died. We looted all of them and they had some pretty decent loot, and we killed their poor rhino.
No.
After killing that guy, we found another one at the bottom of Golem. I bolted him from really far and started pumping him. And after this quick Golem session, I went back to base with Danae to get ready for the Alpha Broodmother. We then found the drop, but Danae started it while we both have cryo sickness.
I just realized I have timer. I can't throw my poke up for 40 seconds.
So we simply went to Red Ob and did our boss there.
Four down.
I'm dead, bro.
You missed.
After missing that jump right on the Broodmother, I did not know how I was alive, but then I made my second jump. The next boss fight we need to do is Alpha Ragnarok, but right before that, Rifle needed my help in Golem.
You grappled the wrong key. It snagged him away.
One of them tried to escape through the crouch, but he got instantly packed.
Smart. I just lagged in the lava. Fun.
Yo, you're good, bro.
I just lagged straight down.
Outside the golem, this kid wanted the bola fight, so I gave it to him.
He wants the KD.
When he bowled me, not much happened, but when I bowled him, things were different. Poor guy just stood still and crouched, thinking that the shield would protect his boots. Then this other kid started flaming me, so I bowled him as well. Later on, inside the golem, there were 2 people fighting me, and then Rifle came to help.
You don't lose these, right, Devin? This guy is such a troll, bro.
You're gonna cut my grapple.
We got the second guy right down here when I bowled him. 2 more people joined the fight, and I bowled him as well.
Oh no. What happens next, sir?
Now it's time to run that Alpha Ragnarok, and we actually ran it on Blue Ops, so a couple of people got it for free. Immediately after that boss fight, you know, we went straight back to Golem, and we found people again.
No.
These poor guys, though, didn't offer much resistance. In the middle room, we also found another guy with a chili helmet, and we also packed him.
Okay.
I like. This guy just keeps pre-swapping. Okay, and I'm uninstalling ARK. I'm down, man.
Poor Ray, he actually ended up uninstalling, so we're gonna invite somebody else later. And we're back into the Golem with more people in it, but I got a different strat in mind.
Focus this white skeleton. Focus it.
I'm on my way, boys.
Nice. I don't have my pump reloaded. Okay, that works too.
Then this other guy tried to do me wrong as well.
Damn, bro, you got the post.
And now that I had Rifle coming back with the kit, I decided to int this last guy. We then got our kits back with grapples, and this guy got caught in the middle of it.
Where's your kid at? What are you doing, bud? What's next?
One of the guys I killed gifted me a very bad lightning wyvern, but regardless, a whole wyvern war started outside, and I would kill people with it. The next day, I found this bunny skin in a vault, so I equipped it, and I absolutely love it.
You look so dumb with your little bunny skin. Nice, nice, nice.
Later that day, we actually went to an event, which was a raid base, and there were like 4 or 5 tribes fobbed up.
Getting 100,000 clips. I'm getting turned.
We didn't get to do much at the event. The other tribes did though. I went back to Golem, not really much there, and on my way to Blue Up to transfer out safely, this little guy called Adama tried to kill me.
I just do it.
Oh, you're bullied. You're probably dead.
The tables turned very quickly though when I bowled him back. It was day 3 now, and Carkers had been enabled, and it was time to tame them. Everybody was on center looking for them, and when I got there, of course, I would find the tribe trying to tame them, but I wouldn't let them do it so easily.
I'm the boogeyman. Ooga booga. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it to my Maywing Little. No! Don't do it to my Maywing water. My Maywing water. The Maywing water.
Okay, rifle. Okay, rifle.
Not the Maywing. You killed my Maywing. What am I gonna do?
Alright, I'm traveling over to center. I'm going, daddy.
At one point, I grappled up to a ledge, and I did a sneaky play where I would place a plant Y and wait for one of them to chase me.
Good. Want me to pick you up with a... You actually bought plant Y. Okay, you're doing this today.
When he came up, I actually fell by accident. When I went back up, he was already plant wide. And my guy had an obese kit. There were still 2 guys left, and we were fighting at a distance until eventually I got them to follow me. And guess what I would do once again? I placed 1 plant Y, and now they won't even see it. Unfortunately, right when I killed him, his teammate did a nice play where he grappled me, and he took the kit first. All he did, logically, was run back to his turrets and get the kit to safety. Mesa does have the transmitter with Dino Scan, and I'm scanning right now for Karks on Freerder, and there weren't any. I went back to center, where I finally found one. It was a low level, but these things are easier to tame than to kill. On the 3rd Kark that I was taming, there was a guy on a Reaper fighting my trimate Danae, so I rushed to help him while I was taming him.
Kill him. But won't it dismount you?
Kill him.
Unfortunately, the Kark didn't have enough melee to kill him. I saw him go to green up, so I camped it, and then eventually I got into a fight with him at the obelisk, and if he tried to leave, I would just transfer out, so he had to fight me on foot, which he would of course lose. Then me and Danae reunited at Blue Up to breed our car cars. The amazing thing about them is that with just these two, we would be able to run this red OSD. The loot was absolutely dreadful, so don't even bother. On to something that's a little more guaranteed, the element vein. A 50k would suffice.
Going. Oh, that's a lot of Ellie, I'd say.
We actually got 2.5k Ellie out of that. Quick fiber run on a berry, while with a bunny costume. Stegos came out today as well, and it's time to tame them. And by the way, I removed attack drones and enforcers for next swipe from spawning on Gen 1. Fuck these little shits. I was vibing, minding my own business, and out of nowhere my maiming got popped by this Akoa guy. So, if he wanted to smoke, I was gonna give it. Him using the flamethrower was actually a really smart weapon of choice, since the lunar biome is harsh on fortitude and it always keeps you low, but unfortunately for him, I was pretty high on HP. I rolled him into a pack but didn't clip the moment that it happened, and right after his teammate came to help. He tried dipping with his Maywing, but I wouldn't let that happen, and now we would fight around his teammate's body. Gliding around for more stegos, I ran into this guy who was cryopoding one. I hit my last 2 shots and it broke his legs, but then I had to reload, and unfortunately I don't have rifles aim, so I couldn't get him on time. Finally, I actually started taming stegos. I tamed about 3, didn't really clip it. The max I got was 44 HP, and then the next day I would run a purple OSD by myself on a Kark. But an unimprinted Kark by itself is really not it, and I couldn't get it done. Back to Golem, and the bunny skin I still had on, since I hadn't died since. I then killed the Golem, but was very intimidated to see this many people at the entrance. There were about 4 or 3 waiting for me. However, I was able to take out one of them pretty easily on top of the velo. I then pushed the crouch where I bowled this one guy with a shotgun. But when a guy was fabbing me from behind, I saw an opportunity to bowl him as well. The third guy caught me right by surprise with bolas out, and I was bowling. I thought I was dead here, but somehow I managed to dodge all his bullets, or he just missed, and I was able to then fight back. And because I just had a feeling, late at night, about 4 AM on day 4, I logged on just to check. Also, tribe logs were a little sus. And of course, there you know, we were getting wiped by the alphas. As you can see, by the time I logged on, my wall was basically gone. First thing we started doing was placing turrets again, especially on high ground. I also remembered that we had a very nice pool of lava, so I demolished all the cliff plats around it so we could throw their stegos into it. They were still preparing for another push, so I knocked out 2 of the stegos they left in the base, and my mantis went flying. The right side wall was completely gone, and it seemed like their plan was to get under this cliff and run to the back of the cave, so I started spamming turrets underneath. I also began to place tech turrets all the way at the top to shoot them off.
Nice Maywing dive.
After 3 to 4 hours of defending solo since my teammate logged off, I got a bit bored of fighting and, you know, just defending, so I entered my kit and lost it all. Now I'm naked again, and my trimate Danae was actually gonna get on soon. They were getting some nice grapple glitches in, and after playing this game for quite a while, I knew that it would actually take a lot of effort. Chances were that we were probably already wiped, and if we wanted to really make a comeback, it would actually take a couple of hours. So, no thanks. It was about 9 or like 8 AM and I hadn't slept, so yeah, I think it was ready for me to go to bed, and it was a nice fun wipe. Look at that fat male char.
Nah, you're shitter. You're naked.
Oh, kid. Oh shit. Lava. Lava.
Rip.
Spicy. The lava spicy.
No,
Spicy lava.
I can't save you.
No, save me.
No.